Now, Ottawa Mayor Jim Watson joins us live this morning in studio to chat more about the budget. Thanks for being here this morning, Mr. Mayor.
My pleasure. Thank you, Annette.
I want to point out the fact that it seemed if there was a sticking point at all through this very smooth process yesterday, it was transit. You had one councillor, Rainer Blois, looking for a little bit more than that $5.5 million you set aside for OC Transpo. Where was the gap? Where was the problem there in terms of why he wanted more and it just wasn't supported?
Well, I think a couple of reasons. First of all, staff have advised us that the $5.5 million will deal with the vast majority of the challenges some people on some routes are facing, because there has been an overcrowding in 5 or 6 different routes throughout the city, and we're going to deal with that starting in December, this month actually, and people will see a noticeable change in those crowded routes in January. The second thing is we really tried to discipline ourselves again this year, because the years gone by, the good old days at City Hall, it's just spend, 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 add on to the budget, and never make the tough decisions, which sometimes make you unpopular by saying you've got to cut back. So we decided that from now on, if you want to add $8 million, like Mr. Blois wanted to, you have to have the courage of your convictions, and you've got to take $8 million off the budget. He wasn't prepared to make any cuts, and I wasn't prepared, and the vast majority of council were not prepared to simply see the tax rate go up and up and up.
Now, you did manage in one area where you will be spending money, that is on infrastructure projects, $340 million for everything from fixing up roads to creating more bike paths. Why do you want to borrow that kind of amount of money right now? Why is it the right time for that?
Well, interest rates are at the lowest. We're not borrowing all that money. It's about a third of the money that's being borrowed. People, especially in rural Ottawa and different parts of the city, see that we've allowed the infrastructure, the basic road and sidewalk infrastructure, to deteriorate. And it's not good on your car, it's not good for the environment, and we want to invest in this kind of infrastructure now when interest rates are low, because if we fast forward some of this work, we're going to save on the inflationary cost, because if you prolong this kind of infrastructure work for too many years, the cost goes up and up because inflation goes up and up. So we're better to nip it in the bud, fast track a number of these projects, get these road work, resurfacing projects, sidewalks and so on fixed, particularly as we head towards 2017, which is our 150th anniversary, and we want to welcome the world, and we want to make sure Ottawa's looking its best, and we don't have a city full of potholes.
And just finally, this was drama-free, no grandstanding, 90 minutes, record-breaking time for a city budget. Is this the kind of process we're going to continue to see over the term?
Well, I'm very proud of our council. You know, they're disciplined, they work well together. It's not the kind of drama that we've seen in councils gone by where there's lots of arguing and stop endless debates. This is a big business that we're running, and we're providing great services, public services to the community. And at the end of the day, people don't want to see theatrics and drama, they want to see results. And we've seen the lowest tax increase in 5 years, and that's something that our entire council, working as a team together, can do. And I think, when I go out in the community, Annette, people tell me all the time, they like the fact that we're working well together, we're not squabbling with one another. We have strong debates, we have differences of opinion, but at the end of the day, we want to get the job done.
Mayor Jim Watson, we'd like to just finally congratulate you. It was exactly 1 year ago today the inauguration ceremony was held, and you and the new council started your new jobs. So on that note, thank you very much for joining us live this morning, Mayor Jim Watson
in
studio.
Thank you.